What is up, family? It is your girl, D Ray, the Divine Relationship Alchemist, helping you heal your relationship with self to heal your relationship with others. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Let me share the video. Let me share the video, family. It's going down. I want to talk about this peace showstopper. Thank you for joining me. Peace to you. Peace to everybody else that's coming in. As you come on in, just say what's up. Say what's up. Like the video. What's up, Toto, Two Tote 37, Tammy Blake, Kevin, Monique. Monique, what's up, sis? It's been a while. How you doing? Peace to everybody. Setafe, peace to you. High Vibe Queen, what's up? Peace to you. Peace to all my brothers and sisters in the family. Come on in. We are about to talk about why some of you are having problems astral traveling. What's up, Jazzy D? I am so excited about this topic. Hello, Dreamwise. How are you? How are you, Dream? I'm so excited to talk about this. I'm so excited. Peace, Spiritual Butterfly. What's up, sis? I'm going to talk to you a little bit later. Peace to everybody that is coming in. Y'all are coming in so fast, which I love. If y'all are not a part of Patreon, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all got to join Patreon. I did a reading this morning just to get some insight on this coronavirus situation since it has been so chaotic. And the cards that came out were spectacular, y'all. When I tell you everything is working out in our favor, I mean everything is working out in our favor. So please believe me when I tell you that. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, go join us on Patreon, okay? All right, go join us on Patreon. All right, that's the spot to be on Patreon. So, why I'm even making this video, y'all? On Monday, right? On Monday, I astral traveled, and I traveled to a different planet. I went to Mars, basically. Let's just jump right on out there. I went to Mars on Monday, and as I was there, I had a spirit guide with me. And my spirit guide was communicating with me and was just like, straight up told me why people are not able to astral travel. So I'm just going to share it with y'all right now. All right. And so, yeah, showstopper, it was pretty dope. It was amazing, y'all. I'm telling you, we got to be tapping into the astral travel because on this path, we always want to explore other realms. We want to explore higher levels of consciousness, right? These other realms, these other dimensions are different levels of consciousness. And some ways that we can go there right now. Oh God. Okay, we're going to talk about Mars in this video. Obviously, I just said I traveled to Mars, but we're going to talk more about Mars in this video. And we're going to also talk about how we are our own mythology. Okay? We are our own mythology, y'all. So all the deities that you read about, all of the gods and goddesses that we deal with and that we interact with, we are them. Okay? And my traveling to Mars led me down a rabbit hole of so much other stuff. Dream and I are a mythology within ourselves. Our children, their names, their date of birth, they all coincide, and it's all a mythology within itself. And so I'll tell you right now, I told y'all on my last video, The God Within, if you check that out, I told you to research your birthday, right? And see what type of energies come up for your birthday. And what I discovered from my birthday is that the goddess Juno is celebrated on my birthday. And Juno, she is the mother of Vulcan, she's the mother of Mars, and she is the mother and the wife of Jupiter. Now here's the thing. Mars is actually Aries, right? The god Aries, the god of war. That's Mars and Aries are the same, right? They're basically the same god, the same deity, the same energy, we should say, right? And guess what? Dream and I's firstborn son is an Aries, right? And Dream's birthday, we already know is 8/23, so 8/23. Our son's birthday is 3/28. So they're one and the same energy, right? But yes, okay? So we are our own mythology. But let's get into this astral travel. So the number one reason why we're having a hard time astral traveling, family, is one, we are not relaxed enough, right? The simplicity of what my spirit guide told me while we were traveling, flying around to these different places, was that you guys are simply not relaxed enough, right? You may be thinking like, wow, it's that simple? What? Relaxation? Family. Relaxation is something that you must be practicing on a daily basis, right? You have to relax. When we relax ourselves, we settle into the body, right? We settle into the body and we expand beyond the body. Now we are able to move around, all right? So a lot of times before we're going to bed, we are so grounded, right? We are so connected to all of our earthly experiences that when we cross over into the dream space, we're still very connected. How many of y'all have, we've all had the experience before to where we're sleeping and we're just tossing and turning. We just tossing and turning. We just tossing and turning. We don't get into that deep, good sleep, right? And when that happens to you, and if that's happening to you consistently, then that's just a sign that you're not relaxed enough and that you're too much into your head and into your human experience. All right? So that happens. And so before you get out of bed, before you go to bed, same as what Dream Wise just said, you got to get out of the stresses of the day. Because if you're still thinking about everything that has happened throughout your day, or what happened 2 days ago, or what have you, then you're going to end up dreaming about that. It's happened to all of us before. It's happened to me many a times before, to where I've had an experience the day of, or the day before, a couple of days before, and I end up dreaming about that human experience. And so that is keeping us grounded and keeping us too connected to the earth realm, right? And when we astral travel, we are trying to go to different places, higher dimensions, even lower dimensions if you want. Okay? You won't travel where you should. Yeah, you definitely won't be traveling where you should. You're going to be traveling to lower human dimensions, right? And so that's why you have to relax, right? And so we build our ability to easily tap in and to easily relax through our meditation. All right. We're going to actually start a new challenge on Patreon to where I'm going to give different yoga positions starting next week to help the family to relax. All right. One thing that I can tell you guys right now that you can start practicing that's going to actually help you to astral travel. And it's so simple. It's simple, but it's not that easy, right? My challenge to you right now is to lay down on the floor. Just lay down on the floor whenever you have the time, family. Just take a moment and lay down on the floor. And as best as you possibly can, tell yourself to relax. Communicate to your body and tell your body to relax. A hard floor. Yes, let me be specific. Don't go find your thick rug, your thick shag carpet. No. Find a nice, and I ain't saying lay down in the kitchen or whatever, but maybe your living room or whatever room in your house that does not have the most fluffiest rug or carpet. You want to find a space that is actually going to be challenging for you to relax. And you want to lay there, all right? And this is a practice that you want to start embodying, all right? This is a practice. Peace, Jazzy D. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so you want to find a space in your home where the carpet is not thick. We have hardwood floors in our living room. In our living room and in our bedroom. And just last week, I was laying down on that hard floor in our bedroom. Did it for multiple days that week and brought myself to relaxation. All right. I told you I had this dream on Monday. So all throughout the week, I'm having these different experiences, these different thoughts, these different channels, these different downloads that Spirit is giving to me in order to give to you. And so one of the things that Spirit said was practice laying down on the floor. Practice laying down on the floor and bringing yourself into full relaxation. All right? Because when we do this, when we relax our bodies, now our spirit body, our astral body is now able to move, right? Is now able to expand. I would hope that some of you, most of you, have had the experience of whenever you go into meditation, you could expand your astral body either as big as the room or as tiny as an ant. Your astral body is with you at all times, right? And so whenever we go into meditation, you can start playing with your astral body. And so one of the ways that we can do that is by laying down on a hard floor and relaxing. Okay, it may not, it's a simple task that you're being asked to do, but it may be challenging. Okay, you may start to feel some aches and pains and things of that nature within your body, but simply communicate to your body and tell your body to relax. All right, and practice it as long as you have to. And of course, you want to be laying down on your back. I find that I astral travel the best when I sleep on my back. Okay. I astral travel the best when I sleep on my back, but I can really get it at all times, right? So the number one reason why you guys are not astral traveling or why you're having a hard time astral traveling is because you're not relaxed enough in your sleep, right? You still have a lot of tension and tightness in your body while you're in your sleeping state. And that is keeping you connected to the earth, all right? And connected to your earthly experiences, okay? So that's the number one thing that you got to do. You got to practice relaxation. Meditation obviously helps you with this. So if you need to meditate yourself to sleep in order to tap into that relaxation, then that's what you need to do. And it must become a daily, nightly practice, all right? But first, just start off with whenever you're wide awake, like we are right now, laying down on the floor and relaxing. Maybe you need to play some soft music. Whatever you need to do to come into relaxation in a seemingly uncomfortable space and position. All right, that's the number one thing. The number two reason why people are not astral traveling, and it's so beautiful because this stuff is simple, right? The number two reason why you guys are not astral traveling is because you really don't even believe that you can. You don't even believe in it, really. Now think about that. Right? How crazy is that? That we want to do certain things, but we don't even believe in our ability to do it. This is what my spirit guide is saying while I am traveling Mars, right? Traveling Mars. My spirit guide is an Asian man. Okay, looks like a Buddha, right? We're not astral traveling because we're not actually even believing in our ability to do it, right? And here's the thing. Now let me help you understand this. Whenever you astral travel, you're conscious, okay? You have your awareness with you. And so some of us may be getting somewhere or traveling somewhere or deciding that we're going to fly. Like we've all had the experience that we say, you know what? I want to fly. Let me just fly. You think I'm going to fly, and then you start flying. Now, the issue comes in when you start to consciously think, because you are aware, you start to consciously think like, damn, I really can't fly. Boom, you falling back down to the ground, right? You get in a space and you are relaxed and you're able to move around, but then you say, I can't really travel to Egypt right now. and then ask, and so it shall be given unto you. Right? So right when your conscious mind comes into play while you're in the dream state and it starts doubting your ability to do it, okay? And you start doubting your ability to do it, boom, you brought right back down into the human, right back down into the earth realm, right back down into basic shit. That's what it is, family. And so you have to be preparing your mind before even going to bed that when you get into this space that you want to stay there as long as possible, and you don't want your conscious mind, your player hater mind, to come through and snatch you up out of that astral travel. Okay? We've all had that experience before. Heck, it even still happens to me sometimes. Like, for example, I travel to Mars, right? And I'm in Mars and I'm like, okay, this is Mars. Wow, beautiful. Red planet, red people. And I was like, cool. I was exploring. And then I was like, okay, let me take me to a star. And I just started shining, like a star just started shining in front of my face. It like blinded me. And then I was like, okay, I saw that. Then I'm like, okay, I want to go to Venus, the planet Venus. And right when I started going to the planet Venus, I started to feel this resistance in my ability to get there, right? My conscious mind started being like, nah, you done seen enough. Let me bring you back down to earth, right? And so that happens. And so for some of you, it may be happening quicker than it did for me. So for some of you, you may be, realizing that you can actually move around and then immediately being snapped out of it. So some of the things that you have to do to release that resistance to traveling is doing more research, right? Is doing more research, is getting your ego, your conscious mind on board with what you're aiming to experience, right? Even if you got to play the player hater, meaning you tell yourself, look, we're going to travel to these different planets so that we can bring back some knowledge, wisdom, information to apply to this life, right? Don't you want a better life? Don't you want a better experience? Don't you want to be able to, communicate with different people about different things? All right. Oh, babe, such a great point. Such a great point. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for whoever commented about lucid dreaming. So lucid dreaming is, again, like Dream just said, that is in the sleep state. Lucid dreaming is in your sleep state. It is when you are conscious, when you are aware, and you're in your sleep, right? In your sleep, you are conscious, you're aware, and you're like, okay, this is happening, and you're actually able to recognize the symbols that are taking place. You're actually able to recognize how your subconscious mind is communicating with you, all right? One of my very first lucid dreaming experiences on the path, I vividly remembered it. It was amazing. I was on a bus with a whole bunch of girls that I had went to high school with. And a couple of the girls that I went to high school with went on to do great big human shit. Fashion designers and hairstylists to famous people and all of these things like that. And I'm on a bus with them, right? And then I remember getting off the bus. This is lucid dreaming because I was fully conscious. I knew the decisions that I was making. I got off the bus, or we all got off the bus, and there's a big tree there. And to the left of the tree, there was a sign that was like consciousness or something. Then to the right of the tree, there was a sign that was like humanity or something. And of course, while I'm on the path right now, I decided to take the left-hand path, and I went to the left side of the tree, and everybody else that I knew that I was on the bus with went to the right side of the tree. So I consciously, in that dream, in that lucid dreaming state, I communicated with my subconscious mind and said, you know what, look, we're going down the left-hand path. We're following the conscious path. We're going down the rabbit hole. I want to know more about spirituality, right? So that was my first lucid dreaming experience. So that's kind of what lucid dreaming is. Astral traveling is when you are taking your astral body to different locations. Your astral body is your spirit, okay? And so another technique that you can use that is going to help you to gain more confidence in what you are doing, right? Another technique. Shout out to you, Stray. Good for you for the connection. Shirley Dickerson, thank you for joining the family. I love it. Thank you. And thank you for those kind words, right? So listen, y'all, let me tell you another technique that you can do that's going to help you to understand astral travel, and that is going to help you to be confident when you do start taking off, right? While you are completely awake, right? You can get into a meditative state. Now, I don't know if y'all need to write this down. I don't know, but y'all, this is a gem, and I need you to hear it, and I need you to do it because it's amazing. All right. And it's going to segue into some deeper stuff. what you need to do is, while you're in a meditative state, okay, visualize yourself going somewhere that you are familiar with. For example, last weekend, like we told y'all, we did ayahuasca. Great experience, right? And our kids were at my mother's house. And I know the way that I sent them dressed. I know exactly what my mom's house looks like, right? So when you are practicing your astral travel, when you are practicing building up your confidence and sending your spirit body to different locations, you want to start off in a place that you are very familiar with. You know exactly what it looks like, right? So here's what I did. I knew my kids, I know what they had on, and I know my mom's house. And I could imagine what they were doing at a specific time. So what I did was I went into my meditation, and it does not take long, family. The more you practice this third eye activation, because that's what it is, you're working your third eye, the more you practice it, the better you will get. And so what I did was I astral projected. I'm fully awake. I'm fully aware. I'm not asleep. I astral projected myself to my mother's house. And I could see my kids. I could see my kids sitting on my mother's couch. I could see them sitting on my mother's couch playing on their iPad. I could see that. And I sat down right beside them. And I gave them a hug. I told them that I loved them. And I could feel the love between us as I was doing that. I was legitimately hugging them. Because we are not this physical body. We have a body, but we are us. We are a soul. We possess a spirit. We live in the body. And so I sent my spirit to my children at my mother's house. And I just gave them a hug. And I just kissed them. And I just told them I love them. And doing that, and just doing that, tears rolled down my eyes. Not like just 2 tears rolled down my eyes because I was able to feel the love for them so strongly as if they were in my presence at that moment. Excuse me. Okay. So just doing something simple like that, visualizing yourself going somewhere, being somewhere that you're totally familiar with. All right. Because you got to understand your subconscious mind, right? It doesn't know the difference between what is real, what is like physical, tangible, and what is just mental. It's all real if you believe it and if you can feel it. All right? Everything is fair with the subconscious mind, right? If you know it, you believe it, you feel it. All right? The conscious mind is the thing that will come in and say, no, that's not true. Whatever experience you just had, no, that didn't really happen. And so when I'm talking about an issue that we're having when we're astral traveling, I'm talking about our conscious mind is being a player hater, essentially, right? Your conscious mind is stepping in and it's being like, no, that ain't really happening. No, you're not really traveling. No, come back to what we're familiar with, right? So you build up your capacity to astrally travel by practicing in your waking life, by consciously deciding what you're going to do, all right? By consciously deciding what you're going to do. So the example that I just gave you and the technique that I just gave you, the more you practice that, the better you get whenever you go to sleep with being able to just tell yourself where you want to go, right? And this is not using your words. This is mental. The mind is all, right? All we have really is our spirit, right? And when we make the transition, that's where we're operating from. All right? That's where we're operating from. And so the example that I just gave you is something that we need to start practicing. If you want to astral travel, start astral traveling in your meditation, right? Start putting yourself in certain positions. Now, this is beautiful because this is also how we manifest, right? The different things that we want to manifest, we manifest them by visualizing ourselves already being in that position, already possessing whatever it is that we want to possess, already being that thing that we want to be. We see ourselves visually there. We astrally, we spiritually put ourselves in that place, and we feel all of the emotions accompanied with that. All right? And so we can do that by practicing it. The more you practice it in your waking life, whenever you go to sleep, boom, it's done. Y'all got me wanting to read Shirley's messages. I'm telling you, man, them dreams, man, you got to be paying attention. You got to be paying attention. All the messages, all the information is coming through in your dream state. And so you have to be aware, and you have to have that balance between letting the subconscious mind reveal to you whatever it wants to reveal to you, and your conscious mind being that player hater. Hood, I'm glad you came on, because the live that you did, I believe that was yesterday, was directly in alignment with this. And I was very inspired by your video because you were talking about, astral traveling in the astral body. And so it's very true, family. Astral traveling is preparing us for death, for what actually happens when we make the transition. And I wrote this down: mind making moves. Mind making moves. When you astral travel, it is your mind that determines all that you do and all that you experience. When you astral travel, like I said, in my mind, when I realized that I was out of my body and was fully aware in the dream space, I was like, okay, let's go to Mars. And I'm just now realizing why I decided that I wanted to go see Mars first. And that is because that's a part of my mythology. Mars is a part of my mythology. Me embodying that Juno energy, Mars is my sun. All right. And so that's why I decided to go there. But it wasn't anything physical that I had to do. It was thought. Okay. So whenever we make the transition, the only thing that we maintain is our divine thought, our mind, and our ability to create using the power of our mind. All right? So that's what that is. It's your mind making moves, your mind making you, your mind creating, your mind moving you. All right? And so that's what actually happened. All you have to do in this thing is tell your mind what you want to do, and you do it. Now, again, the doubt, the self-doubt, right? We got to cut it out, family. And I just told you how we do that. You do that by practicing astral traveling, because that's what you're doing, right? If I close my eyes right now and I visualize myself downstairs in my house, and I can see my couch, and I can see where Dream and the kids are sitting, and I can actually feel what it feels like and hear what it sounds like, astrally, spiritually, I'm there. I'm no longer in this body, or I'm in both places at the same time. Okay? So the more we practice that, whenever we get into the dream space, it's not so hard, it's not so difficult, and we actually believe ourselves. We actually believe that we are where we say we are, and that what we're doing is actually possible. All right? So your human conscious mind will have you to think that your astral traveling is not really happening, or that you're not really doing it, or that it's impossible to do. All right? And that's not because you're not on your spiritual path. That's just human nature. Your ego, your conscious mind does not want to defy human nature. It does not understand this greater spiritual aspect. Right? It doesn't understand it. It doesn't understand it. We have this thing in our minds called the psychic sensor. You can get the book Libranol and the Psychonaut. Okay? And this is the same thing that ayahuasca teaches us. It's the same thing. This is why we do things like DMT, right? We do those things because the psychic sensor is laid to rest. The psychic sensor is put down. The psychic sensor is an aspect of your brain, that cuts off spiritual experiences. And it does that because it doesn't want you to go crazy in this human existence. That's just what it is. So, of course, when you're astral traveling and you're having that awareness, that component is still there. All right? The psychic sensor is still there. The psychic sensor is still at play. And so you have to get your ego, your conscious mind, on board with your traveling. Let me see what's up here. So it's still imagination working until it becomes true. So it's still imagination working until it becomes true. Listen, imagination is everything. Your imagination is the realm in itself. Your imagination is where the other dimensions exist. So imagination is everything. Imagination is your creation. Okay? And that's why he says visualization. Whatever you want to call it. That's why I say visualization, Ron, because it's aspects to it instead of fate. Okay? You are creating. You are a creator. So it's all about really accepting that you are made in the likeness of God. And if you are made in the image and the likeness of God, that means you are a creator. And how do we create? Using the power of our minds, right? And so we got to be on our third eye activation right now. All right, seeing things into existence, really being in those spaces. All right, family. So it's really simple. It's really, astral traveling is not really complicated. It's a matter of doing enough research within yourself too, understanding the aspects of yourself that are blocking you from having that experience, right? Realizing and understanding when you're too grounded and you're too connected to the earth realm. Maybe, listen, y'all, we're not going to astral travel when we got a lot of stuff on our minds. You're not. You're going to dream about whatever is on your mind. Okay? So again, I'm telling you, and I'm really trying to stress the fact and stress the point that you got to relax. You got to relax and you got to get out of your head, all of that. You have to really allow your astral body to expand. So another practice that you could do is going into meditation and seeing and feeling, because y'all, I'm telling you, please, somebody in the chat, let me know if you've ever experienced expanding your astral body or contracting your astral body while you're fully awake in meditation. Or maybe have you ever been meditating and you felt like you were spinning around in a circle? Has that ever happened to you? You felt like you were meditating, but you felt like you were spinning around in a circle. But when you open your eyes, you're really in the same spot you've always been. And so, Roz, and at the same time, we all create our own worlds, everything is you. Hood Mystic said in his video, there were like 8.8 billion star systems in the cosmos. Do you understand that? And if a solar, is a star, then my creation of Mars is definitely maybe different from your creation of Mars. All right? And so a part of this also is understanding your natal chart, something that is so dope. I think about the planet Mars, right? My Mars is in Cancer. Hood Mystic, tell me what that's about. Mars in Cancer. All right, what's that about? Cancer is that mothering energy again. All right, Cancer is a mothering, nurturing energy. My Mars is in Cancer. So my Mars is not all warlike. My Mars is like witty. Oh, he said spiritual warrior. I like that. Yeah, it's not about like taking out physical swords and trying to fight people. It's using spirit and using mind, and it's being, witty. Yeah, it's not actually like fighting or nothing like that, because I don't like to fight at all. I don't like to fight. I'd rather, talk it out. I'd rather get creative and try to contort and figure this thing out in a different way. All right? So, gotta tap in, family. Gotta tap in. Gotta tap in. Gotta tap in, y'all. Astral traveling is a blast. I'm definitely a lover of all. So Roz, if your meditation be having you spinning, that's not your physical body clearly is not spinning. That's your astral body that's spinning. So, and your astral body can grow out into the cosmos. Your astral body can go deep into your astral body can go wherever you want it to go, if you believe it, and trusting what you see. See, we don't even be trusting what we see, and it's really a matter of self-doubt. and a self-belief, right? If you felt that a couple times in meditation, I'm telling you right now from experience, that's your astral body. Your astral body can grow. Your astral body is infinite. It can fit into many spaces and places. Hence why it's energy, family. Your astral body is energy. And energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's just transformed. So when we make the transition, that energy that we have still is going. All right? Anyways, family, I'm going to get off of here. That's enough. Make sure y'all join our class. We got some more techniques to dive in on astral traveling. Join our class. You can go to my website. You can go to Dream's website to sign up for the class. Join us on Patreon. We're doing challenges all the time. Rossi's too funny. I gotta go. I got clothes to fold and all of this other motherly goddess stuff. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Please try the exercise that I've given you right here. Definitely want to give you guys some value. Try the exercise that I've given you, which is basically just visualize yourself somewhere familiar and trust that whatever you see and whatever you feel, that it's you and that it's all working out for in your favor. All right? Love you guys immensely. Peace. We'll catch you later. Maybe the next time I'll see you will be Sunday service on the roll with the brother Yosef. It's going down. Peace, peace, peace.